Start off this week. We got something cool. We got another buddy here tonight.
Mr. Almy.
A buck commander guy?
Almy? Yeah, he is.
He's
Almy.
Jason Aldean and Luke Bryan own a steakhouse in Nashville. E3 Chop House. High-end. Expensive. Popular. Millions of dollars in revenue. And on Valentine's Day weekend 2026, they closed it. Just like that. Doors shut. Lights off. Done. But here is the part that has everyone furious. They did not tell their employees. Servers showed up for their shifts and found the doors locked. Cooks came in to prep and got turned away. Managers found out the same time everyone else did. From a social media post. Not from the owners. Not from corporate. From Instagram. And now the Nashville hospitality community is calling out Jason Aldean and Luke Bryan for doing their staff dirty. Let me break down exactly what happened and why this is so much worse than you think.
Hey, what's up? I'm Jason Aldean.
I'm Luke Bryan.
And you're watching Buck Commander.
Protected by Under Armour.
First, the timeline. E3 Chop House has been open for years. Jason Aldean, Luke Bryan, and former MLB player Adam LaRoche are the owners. The restaurant is in Nashville. Prime location. Known for steaks. Known for celebrity sightings. Known for being a solid workplace. Then Valentine's Day weekend happens. February 14th to 16th, 2026. The restaurant is packed. People celebrating. Spending money. Staff working overtime. Everything seems normal. And then Monday, February 17th, the restaurant posts on Instagram. We are temporarily pausing operations as we evaluate what Nashville needs next. Our team is assessing market opportunities and exploring potential rebrand and reconcept strategies for the future of this location. That is corporate speak for we are closing. And the employees, they found out from that post. Just like everyone else. Now let me show you what the staff are saying. A post went viral in a Facebook group called Nashville Hospitality Professionals. Over 300 comments. And here is what it said. E3 Chop House just screwed over its staff and closed its doors. The owners were in town and didn't have the compassion to let staff know to be prepared for this. Owners are Luke Bryan, Jason Aldean, Adam LaRoche, and the most useless and dumb Jeff LaRoche. That is a direct quote. The staff are furious. And they have every right to be. Because the owners were in town. They were in Nashville. They could have called a meeting. They could have sent an email. They could have given people a heads up. But they did not. They squeezed every last dollar out of Valentine's Day weekend and then shut the doors without warning. Here is why that matters. Restaurant workers live paycheck to paycheck. Most of them. Servers rely on tips. Cooks rely on hourly wages. Nobody has savings. Nobody has backup plans. And Valentine's Day weekend is huge for restaurants. Servers make bank. Everyone works extra shifts. People count on that money. So when E3 Chop House closed without notice, those employees lost their income. Immediately. No transition period. No severance. No warning. Just gone. And now they have to scramble to find new jobs. In a city where restaurants are closing left and right. The Tennessean reported that Nashville restaurants, even ones that have been around for years, are shutting down. So finding a new gig is not easy. But Jason Aldean and Luke Bryan, they are fine. They are millionaires. They will be fine. Their employees, not so much.
Yeah. I mean, we like each other, but not that much.
We don't make it a habit to get matching tattoos.
Now let me address the official statement. E3 Chop House said they are temporarily pausing operations. Temporarily. That is a lie. Everyone knows it. The staff knows it. The industry knows it. When a restaurant says they are temporarily closing to evaluate market opportunities, that means they are done. They are not reopening. They are either selling the location or walking away. And the fact that they used the word temporarily is insulting. Because it gives employees false hope. It makes them think maybe the restaurant will reopen and they will get their jobs back. But that is not happening. This is permanent. And the owners know it. but they do not want to say it because it looks bad. Here is what one commenter said on that Facebook post. And this explains everything. Corporate restaurants will most likely never tell staff they are closing. They do not want people to steal, not show up for their last few shifts so they can squeeze every last dollar out of customers walking in, stuff like that. I have been there and I know it sucks. Sorry for all who work there. That is the reality. Now let me talk about Jason Aldean and Luke Bryan specifically. These are not small-time investors. These are massive country stars, multi-millionaires. Jason Aldean sells out stadiums. Luke Bryan is a judge on American Idol. They have money. They have teams of people managing their businesses. They have publicists. They have lawyers. They have financial advisors. And not one of those people thought to tell the E3 staff what was happening? Come on, that was a choice. They chose not to tell their employees. They chose to prioritize profit over people. And now their reputations are taking a hit. Because Nashville is a small community. The hospitality industry is tight-knit. Word spreads fast. And right now, the word is that Jason Aldean and Luke Bryan screwed over their workers. Here is the uncomfortable truth. This is not the first time celebrity-owned restaurants have done this. It happens all the time. Celebrities invest in restaurants as vanity projects. They slap their name on it. They show up for the grand opening. They take photos. They promote it on social media. And then they let other people run it. And when the restaurant struggles, they bail. They close it. They walk away. And the staff gets left holding the bag. Because the celebrity owners do not care. It was never about the food or the service or the employees. It was about the image. It was about being able to say, I own a restaurant in Nashville. And when that stops being profitable or cool, they shut it down. No loyalty. No responsibility. No compassion. Now let me show you the other side. Some people are defending Aldean and Bryan. They are saying this is just business. Restaurants fail. It is not personal. And technically that is true. Restaurants have a high failure rate, especially in Nashville where the market is oversaturated. But here is the difference. When you own a business, you have a responsibility to your employees. You do not have to keep a failing restaurant open, but you do have to treat your workers with respect. You do have to give them notice. You do have to give them time to find new jobs. And Aldean and Bryan did not do that. They chose secrecy. They chose profit. They chose to protect themselves and screw over the people who made their restaurant run. But here is why this matters. People need to know who they are supporting. When you go to a Jason Aldean concert or a Luke Bryan show, your money is supporting people who treat workers like garbage. Your ticket money goes to millionaires who closed a restaurant without telling their employees. And maybe that does not bother you. Maybe you do not care. But for some people, that matters. For some people, how you treat the people who work for you says everything about who you are. And what Jason Aldean and Luke Bryan showed is that when it comes down to it, they care more about money than people. And that is the truth. If you want the real tea on celebrity drama and what stars are actually like behind the scenes, subscribe to Daily Celeb Tea.